What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another great toy hunt. Here in this video, we are continuing the toy hunt at the 5-building massive toy show that is the Great Ohio Toy Show. The Great Ohio Toy Show was held March 27th in Xenia, Ohio, and had tons of toys to offer, both vintage and modern. If you've yet to watch the first part, have no fear, because you can watch these in either order to see all the great toys that were there. So go ahead, watch this one, and then at the very end, there will be a link to go see the other part of this video so you can see all the toys that were at this show. And boy, let me tell you, it was absolutely packed. There was everything from the vintage collection to actual vintage figures. There were prototypes, Marvel Legends, Megos, Hasbro, Mattel, Kenner, Tonka. There is such a great variety. When you get a show this big, you almost can't not have great variety. So no matter what it is that you collect, I'm sure you'll find something out there in this video for you. This table here is my buddy's Toxic Slob Retros table. You can follow him on Instagram at Toxic Slob Retro if you see anything you like there, and reach out to him. Tell him the Ohio Nerd sent you his way. His name is Sean. He does a bunch of different cool things. Him and I actually team up and do live sales on Instagram, so if that's something you're into, you can hit us up over there. These shows are just such a great way to make friends. We met through these shows way back before I was even setting up at them. And that just caused a friendship. You know, we have that common bond and love of toys. And honestly, that's one of the reasons you need to get out to these shows, guys. It's not just for all these awesome toys. It's for the awesome people there. You're going to meet so many people. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone and talk to someone you might not normally talk to, because you all have that common bond of the love of toys. If you're a Star Wars collector like I am, this table had a great selection of carded figures from all sorts of different toy lines, which was awesome to see. Get to have that variety. I love it when booths have variety. So they had this Star Wars section that flowed into another Star Wars section, that flowed into a Jurassic Park section, that went into a Masters of the Universe section. I mean, it was a massive booth with a massive selection, and I love it when you get to see that massive selection and that massive variety. We just saw a bunch of carded figures, now to a bunch of loose figures. That's one other thing with these shows, there's always a good variety of loose and carded. So for instance, for me, there are certain lines that I do collect carded. Like I really like the vintage collection carded, although I do have some loose because I really like the super articulation with those. Where the Clone Wars, I pretty much exclusively collect loose. That's the line I played with as a kid, and it just has more meaning to me being loose to set up in displays that way. So no matter where you fall in that spectrum, if you want the really cool card art or if you want the loose figures, going out to a toy show gives you that variety and option. And it might actually get you to collect one over the other where you typically weren't. So for instance, I used to be hardcore carded collecting. And you know, once I got to the shows and really got to see more options and more things, I realized how cool some of these loose figures are. And I ended up picking up quite a few of those for the collection. Here is one of my favorite booths, my2dheroes.com. They do these correlated plastic figures of the action figures by Kenner and Mego. They even have some Lego ones. Helmets, great variety. My favorite was they had a life-size R2-D2. They're really cool to have. If you love the life-size Gentle Giant figures of the classic Kenner figures, but those are out of your price point, that's a great option to step in for him instead. You can find him on my2dheroes.com, and he will ship, which is awesome. If you're a longtime supporter of the channel, you know I love dig bins. So here we had a dig bin of G.I. Joe I had to look through. I didn't find anything too crazy of a special find in there, but you always got to stop and look in dig bins, because it's the one time you don't, you're going to miss finding that ultra rare figure that was just thrown in there. I know a lot of you out there are Transformers fans, and this booth was packing the heat when it came to Transformers. They had tons of loose options, tons of in-box options. They had some bootlegs, some GoBots, G1s, just a great mix-in. So, if that's something you're looking for, here was the booth for you. They also had a good variety of, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Muscle, He-Man, just a really good variety booth. There was tons of great variety booths at this show. There wasn't too many that were just all one thing. Everyone pretty much had some options for you so that you could find what you were looking for no matter what it was. Here we have my friend Ron set up from Your Toy Connection. Your Toy Connection is located in Ravine, Ohio, and is a toy store. So there's always good stuff out there if you're out that way. Make sure you stop in. Actually, coming up here, if you're watching this video as it debuts, on Saturday, April 24th of 2021, Ron over at Your Toy Connection is going to be having an anniversary sale where he gives 25% off all purchases, which is absolutely bonkers. So if you're going to be able to make it out that way, Saturday, April 24th would be a great day to make it out for that awesome anniversary sale. Make sure you tell them the Ohio Nerd sent you. Here we had some sweet G.I. Joe figures that you don't often get to see on card, from Python Patrol to that Night Force right there. Night Force is something that you barely ever get to see on card, so it's super nice to see it when you can. Here we had my buddy Adam Sable's booth from Adam's Action Figures and Comics, and that Humphrey Grievous gunship, oh, so awesome. I would really like to own that someday in the box. I have it loose complete, but it's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, all-time Star Wars vehicle. So getting to see that in the box was super cool. Pretty rare piece. Would love to own it someday. Now here we have my buddy Clifton's booth from Happy Pappy's Action Figure Extravaganza, which is located in Canton, Ohio. If you have not been there, you definitely should. I have a video going over Happy Pappy's Action Figure Extravaganza up, so I'll put a link to that in the description if you're interested in checking out Clifton's shop before you go check it out in person, because you definitely want to go see it in person. Talk about Hulkamania. Here we had a booth devoted to the Incredible Hulk. Now I know that's not true Hulkamania, but this was Hulk of something, because I've never seen this many Hulk collectibles all for sale before. The Hulk is definitely a character when I go out to shows a lot of people want and talk about and love, but to see a whole booth of it for sale was pretty darn cool. One thing's for certain, when you go to these shows, you don't know quite what you're going to find. You know there's going to be some good stuff, but you don't know exactly what it's going to be. So let me know down in the comments, what's been the coolest thing you have found at these toy shows? And did you pick it up, or was it something that you just appreciated being able to check out? Let me know down in the comments below. Now this was the toy department setup. I also have a video on the toy department I can throw down in the description if you're interested in checking them out. They're a pretty darn cool toy store. Tons of prototypes and high-end pieces. If that's something you're into, you're definitely going to want to check them out. Now here, check it out, we had a whole dedicated booth to Mego, and then right on it over here, we had some very cool prototype figures. We had some prototype Police Academy, as well as some production superpowers there, but it was just super cool to get to see those Police Academy prototypes, even though I don't collect the Police Academy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching to the end. Have a great day, and may the Force be with you.